Hey guys, it's Liv. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a super fun Starbucks copycat video for you. So if you have been on the internet at all, you may have come across Starbucks' new drink, which is the apple crisp macchiato and the iced apple crisp macchiato. Immediately when I heard about this, I thought it sounded so good and right up my alley. I wasn't too sure about the apple and coffee combination, but I knew that I wanted to try it. So I actually got the Starbucks version and I thought it was interesting. I didn't love it at first, and I thought the Starbucks version was quite like overly artificially sweet tasting. And I also got the iced version, and so I figured I would probably like the hot version better. But long story short, it was good enough that I wanted to try and recreate it at home and see if I can make it even better. So I came up with an iced version and a hot version. So it starts off with a apple brown sugar cinnamon syrup. And this is really fun because you can make a batch of it and then you can add however much you want for your coffee. You can customize it however you like, and then like store it in the fridge for a week. And then you can have super quick iced coffees or hot coffees all week, even quicker than going to Starbucks and definitely a lot cheaper. And then the other part of this is, well, you have like your oat milk and then your coffee, and then the other part is a spiced apple caramel drizzle. This is obviously a little bit different than the Starbucks one because I don't know exactly what is in theirs, but I do know that it does contain gluten. So for anyone who is gluten-free, you actually can't get the Starbucks one. So mine is completely gluten-free, so that's good news for all of you gluten-free people. And when I compared the two side by side, the Starbucks one that I got and my version that I made as soon as I got home, they were basically identical, but I thought mine was a little bit better because it wasn't so overly sweet and it didn't have that artificial taste. So I'm so excited about this. I think the hot version is my favorite just because the flavors are so like spicy and appley and it really reminds me of fall, but the iced version is nice if you live somewhere that's a little too hot for hot coffee. So that's everything I have to say for now. Let's get into it. So this is the recipe on my website. I just want to show you what it looks like. So in the same post, so I will link this below. You guys can go bookmark it or print it out or just like screenshot it, whatever you want to do. And let's get into the recipe. First things first, we're making the apple brown sugar cinnamon syrup. So you're gonna add your brown sugar, water, cinnamon, and applesauce to a small pot on the stove and just whisk it until it's smooth. And then you just want to simmer it for about 10 minutes. For the caramel, you want to add your sugar and water together and then stir it until it dissolves. And then you want to bring it to a medium-high heat. Now I will show you the different steps. So it's going to simmer lightly and then it's going to start simmering at a boil and then eventually it's going to look like this. And then it's going to slowly start turning amber. This takes about 8 to 10 minutes. And once it's this color, you can add in your vegan butter and vegan cream. I used canned coconut cream, and then just stir that until it's combined. Stand back because sometimes it can splatter. You just want to be really careful because caramel burns are not fun. And then you can add in your cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. Stir it in, and that's that. So to make the iced version, you want to add your ice and oat milk, and then I like to combine the syrup with the hot coffee and just stir it just to make sure that the syrup is totally dissolved. And then a macchiato is pouring the coffee on top of the milk, and that is how it looks. And then you can add your caramel drizzle on top. Now when it's hot, it's going to be very thin, but my last batch that I made, I brought it out of the fridge so that you guys could see what it looks like when it's thick. It is a little bit textured just because the applesauce that I used was pretty textured. So if you want it totally smooth, you could just puree it super smooth in a blender, but I actually didn't mind the textured bits at all. But you can really see that it does thicken up a ton when it's cold, or even once it's room temperature. It's just that when it's super hot and freshly made, it is really runny. For the hot version, you want to add your syrup, and I just added the coffee in as well as the steamed milk. It doesn't really matter for this version because it all mixes together anyway, so it doesn't really matter what order you put it in. And then I added the drizzle on top, and I just kind of did the little crisscross pattern that they do at Starbucks, but that is it. I hope you guys enjoy. So I really hope you guys enjoy this recipe. If you try it out, make sure to take a photo and tag me on Instagram. I am at itslivv. I would love to know what you think if you like the apple and coffee combination. I know it's probably not for everyone, but I think it is pretty delicious. So I hope you guys love this, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!